Hi, my name is Andrew Hooton with Panacea Technologies, and today I'll be showing you our product generator, which is used to set up many products in PixelPoint very fast and quickly. Allows you to take advantage of some items you may have been avoiding, such as shift keys and size up and size down links, because it's just so much easier to create them. So today we're going to be looking at a pizza menu that we'll be setting up, and the first thing we'll be doing is setting up the shift keys and then an array of drinks that are of various sizes. So here at the top of the screen we've got some basic parameters to set up. So the first thing we are creating is ordering products, and you can select between ordering products and options, and we need to know what the next product number is going to be in the Pixel database. Each item has a unique product number, and it follows sequentially, and there cannot be any gaps. So it's very important that we get the right one. If I have the database running on this computer, which I do, I can query the database. And when I do that, it will update my product number, and it will also provide lookups for your report categories and force questions, which are very useful as you're setting all this stuff up. Okay, so the first thing we'll actually be doing is setting up the shift keys themselves. So we can just ignore these other settings for just a minute, because shift keys are a separate case. So the shift keys that we have on this scenario are small, medium, large, and monster-sized drinks. So we'll just hit Generate Shift Keys, and it has created them. So you notice that in addition to all the names over here on the right, we have the feature codes 901, 902, 903, 904 for the shift keys. This output field is where you can look at what has been generated. This is before it's exported to a CSV file. We got some navigation buttons here. We can look at all the items, all the fields that go into the Pixel database, but some of them we don't really care about very much. So we can hide the boring columns, and here we see they're color-coded, so the descriptive fields are in blue. All the pricing fields are in that odd flesh color, and so forth. We have size up and size down links, a bunch of the shift keys, all nicely color-coded, so you can confirm that you generated the correct thing. So we'll go back to the main screen. So now we actually want to generate some drinks. Okay, so let's take a look at what we've got. We've got some shifts names, the sizes here, and these are what we call the printed alias. So we want the buttons to say small and medium, but printed, we want it abbreviated to be this. Now, if I don't put anything in the printed alias field, it will print whatever the full shift name is. Down here we have a sandbox, so we can actually see what this will look like. So if I want a large orange soda, I see that the printed description is large, and the regular description is large, and the printed description is abbreviated with just the printed alias for the shift key name. Now over here we have some base prices. There's numerous places that you can put in pricing information. So this column here is designed for simple fixed shift premiums, okay? Which means that on top of the base price for all these drinks, which would be in this column, and it currently is set to 0, we're going to add $1 for a small drink, we're going to add $2 for medium, and so forth, to determine the pricing. So it's very nice when a customer's got a pricing model like this. You don't have to type in a lot of pricing. You can just put in what the basic price is. Over here we have these suppression buttons. So you see I've got fields here for all 10 shift keys, but we're only using 4 of them. So the rest of these are suppressed, so they won't process. So I can turn suppression on or off for any of the shift key fields, so I'll turn off the ones that I don't want. In the next column, we have the setup for the size up, size down links. So the small only needs size up because there's nothing to size down to. And the intermediate sizes need both of them, and then the largest size just needs size down. Okay, so looking at the sandbox again, we check this box is going to put the descriptions on 2 lines on the button instead of 1 if we want. And we also have indented text for the printing, which we're not going to do here. We'll wait till we get to the pizza modifiers, and I'll show you how that might work. So let's look at our product list here. We've got a list of items that we're wanting to generate in different sizes. And gee, whoever typed this in put them in all lowercase letters, which is not the way I like it. So I can make them all uppercase, or I can make them all propercase, and I can sort them. And maybe there might be duplicates in there. I can hit remove duplicates just in case they had gotten really enthusiastic and put too many in here. You notice that the T on sweet is in red. Up here I have a warning string length. So when I think about how long this is supposed to be, I notice that my printed alias is going to take up 3 characters and a space, a total of 4 characters. And so 4 characters plus 11 is 15. So anything over 15 characters then, or over 11 for just the word, will turn red and highlight me, alert me that this may run a little bit too long. So I could change this to whatever I want. See, at 10 characters, I have a little bit more of a problem. It just kind of depends on how much room you've got on your printer. So I might want to abbreviate this, which I'm not going to worry about very much. On the printed alias, I can also abbreviate what will print out. So I could just say this is going to be OJ soda, for example, and then OJ soda will print out instead of orange soda, and which we can see now that on the printed alias now is showing a large OJ soda instead of orange soda. It's just on the printed. We have these fields over to the right, which we'll talk about a little bit more in just a few moments. So let's go ahead and generate the database. So I created 64 items, and they were all ordering products, and I come take a look. So the first 4 keys, again, are just my shift keys, and then I've got a small Pepsi, a medium Pepsi, and so forth. Button 1 is showing large Pepsi, and actually I don't like the way that works, because I didn't actually want to put part of the text on button 2. So we're going to fix this in just a moment. So we're going to erase just the last thing we generated, and we'll go back to the main screen. And we can just keep on doing this till we get it right. Okay, so I don't want 2 lines. And the other thing I noticed that I did wrong is that all these drinks follow the rule except for the OJ. So the OJ actually needs a base price of $1. So it's $1 more than everything else. Okay, so now we will again generate the database. Created the 64 items again. All right, what do we get? So now I see Pepsi in my various sizes. I see my prices, 1, 2, 3, 4, corresponding to the sizes. Everything is on button 1. Hopefully it'll all fit. And if not, I can edit that and fix a point. You see that my printed description has been nicely abbreviated. There's all my prices. And here we see our shift, our size up, size down links. And the shift keys. So the shift keys, let's just highlight that cell on row 7. The shift key is going on the medium Pepsi. Okay? On the button, it's just going to say Pepsi. But it is a medium Pepsi, and will print that way. So on the screen, you're going to have your shift keys that say small, medium, large, and monster, and then all the drinks will say Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, not medium Pepsi, no sizes at all. If I just hit Pepsi, it's actually going to order a medium Pepsi. If I hit small Pepsi, of course, then it will link to a small Pepsi. And if I hit medium Pepsi, it'll pull up itself, it'll pull up a medium Pepsi. So all those items are ready to be imported into Pixel Point. Okay, well that was fun. What else do we have to generate? So we can go to the practice fields and see what we've got in here. So I've got some pizzas. Actually, I need to just scroll up here just a little bit. Okay, so we're on practice field A, and there's 5 practice fields where you can store stuff. All right, so we'll go to the next one. And there we have some liquor, and there we have some pizza mods, and here we have our drinks. So I'm going to copy the data from the front. I'm going to stick it here in drinks because I made some changes. Okay. And next we're going to be doing pizzas. We note that that is in practice field A. So we go back to the main screen, and we're going to get what was in practice field A, and we'll pull it on here to the main screen. Okay. So for pizzas, we have a little bit of this different situation. So we don't have any simple pricing. We do have a personal pizza, and we have a medium, a large, we have a Sicilian, and the thin crust, which I have suppressed, so we'll turn that back on. That's it. There we go. And so the printed alias will be per, large, Sicilian, and thin. Okay. And we want the mediums to go on the screen, so that's why we have medium selected. Now, we don't change the next product number. It won't change, right? Because we haven't imported anything we've created in PixelPoint. So the last product number that PixelPoint will show is the same as before. It's 3108. However, as you see, after I created the second generation of items, if there's any items in the database, PixelPoint knows just to continue on with the next item. We do, however, want to change the report categories. So we're not creating drinks anymore. Now we want to create pizza. Okay. Now you may wonder, why do I have 2 report categories? And it's kind of a technical question, and we'll get into that in another demo. And we do want to create shift links, and the rest of this is also technical. We'll get into in a later demo. All right, so how do things work here? Let's see. So we want a personal size Bronx pizza, and we see that it's $7. And we don't want 2 lines. Printed description will be per Bronx. You can use other things in there too. You can use symbols, whatever you like. You can also, if you're creating a large list of items that aren't really an array of items, you can just put in a single quotation mark here so it'll process correctly, so you can do that as well. But let's take a look. Okay, so we see here that we do have a warning on the length of the margarita pizza. That's going to print, so we did a printed alias for that. We have all our pricing in here. We want to add one. We're going to do a build your own pizza. Okay, and let's see, build your own. And we'll start out with a nice easy price of $4 and $6 and $8. And Sicilian will be $8. And the dinner will be $6. But we want a forced question on this one. So we're going to look up the forced question that we might want. That's a good idea if you're doing lots of forced questions, that you might want to create several of them in your database. Just call it forced question 1 and forced question 2, and make a note of which ones you use so you can populate them later. But here we're going to just do pizza tops, and we might have done a half pizza tops or something else for a second question. And we're going to make that ask it once. And I don't think I have a half pizza, but we'll just pretend I do. Okay, so that's going to be an ask it once question on that one. All right, so what do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Cut pizzas times 5 different sizes. So that's going to generate 60. So we just created 60 pizzas, and we'll scroll down and take a look at them. Okay, so there's the names. Here's what prints. And pricing. And they all have size up and size down links and shift keys. Beautiful so far. Okay, so we go back here. What else do we want to do? Let us go to our output pages, now onto our practice fields, and we have a list of ingredients here ready to go. And those are at practice field C. Okay, so we're going to get from practice field C. Now we have all our ingredients. And we have no pricing. Okay, so for ingredients, we have actually several different sizes of pizzas here. So we're going to call this small, medium, large. We'll call this is going to be, we'll say the Sicilian is the same as the large. We don't even need it. And then we're going to do thin is the same as the medium. So we don't really need that either. We'll just suppress those two. All right, so in here we can put all the pricing for them, or we're just on this one pretend that it's simple pricing. The printed alias for the small is going to be, we don't want it to show anything. Okay, and then we are going to indent 2 spaces. All right, we'll say that small toppings are $1, large toppings are $2, and medium are $2, and $3 for the large toppings. And if there were any premium pricing on anything here, let's say that we charge extra for the ham. So we're going to charge an extra 50 cents in every size for the ham. But you got 3 sizes, okay. Going back to the top, these are going to be options that we create. I'm going to change our report category to pizza mods. Okay, so small ham will show up as small ham, or just ham in the kitchen. Small ham on the button, but there's not going to be a button because all these are enforced questions. And the price on the ham, this is a premium on the ham, is $1.50. The cheese will just be $1. Red sauce is just $1. And you notice that this is in red because it prints in red because it's an option. Okay, indented 2. Let's go ahead and generate our database. So we created 45 items. We're going to page down here. So we've got a nice database here. We created the pizzas, all of our modifiers for about over 170 items here. And at this point, they're ready to import into Pixelpoint, which we'll do in a separate demo. Back to our main screen. And thanks for taking a look at our product generator today. And if you have any questions, you can contact me at Panacea Technologies.